Hey, welcome back to another episode of the MindShare PodCast. This show is sponsored by Kids Keep in Touch Systems, a two-time international award-winning marketing suite for sales professionals. REM, Real Estate Magazine, Canada's premier monthly magazine for real estate professionals. And the ORCF, the Ontario Realtors Care Foundation, enabling and empowering realtors across Ontario to fundraise in support of shelter-related causes in the communities in which they live and work. You can learn more about all of our sponsors by visiting my site, mindshare101.com. And while you're there, be sure to download your free copy of the Ultimate Marketing Bundle so you can build more mindshare to get more market share. Plus, learn more about our one-to-one coaching and keynote speaking. Today's episode is number 297. Well, this is one of those just you and me moments once again. I know, I always start off our solo shows by telling you that, but I want to prepare you. Today there is no guest. This is just you and I got some good stuff I want to cover with you. I mean, we are rolling into a specific time of year where we all need a little bit of a push, and we all need some new ideas and some fresh thinking, and well, I got it all for you today. So, I guess we just kind of dive right in here. Past few shows. Let's do this. Past few shows we talked about, back on episode 292, future-proofing your business for the fall market. Now, if you didn't catch that episode, that was, again, our, previous solo episode to this one. I talked to you about trends. I talked to you about technology. I talked to you about tools for success. If you didn't catch it, go back and listen to it. My goal, much like today, is to prepare you for what's to come to close out the year on a real high note. Now, in episode 293, we talked about how to create your legacy in real estate. I had special guest broker and managing partner of Forest Hill Legacy, my friend Lahav Resnick. Lahav has been in business for some time. He runs an office. He's done some great stuff with his brand. He's done some great stuff for his clients. He believes in that customer service in a big way and really building on relationships. Had a fantastic conversation with him. On episode 294, we talked about boosting your brand and how to leverage the ORCF for community impact. And I was joined by ORCF board chair, Amy Ferris, and executive director, Shannon Kettlers, both two absolutely awesome people, hard workers, and beyond it all, really do it with the love and the passion that so many of us need to be applying to our worlds in order to help more, in order to connect with more people. And it was a fantastic conversation. I mean, again, the ORCF is out there helping people who are in need of shelter. And these two ladies are right at the helm of that organization, working with realtors across Ontario to get involved and be part of the support system in it, being able to really raise the brand awareness for each of the people and agents that get involved. And as well, though, the industry as a whole. Really trying to put a good light on who we are, what we do, why we're so valuable. And one thing that I always mention is, this is part of us remaining relevant. On episode 296, we were joined, 295, I was joined by Raisa Palmer. She's a real estate broker. We talked about the power of investing in you, strategies from an expert realtor. And she shared a lot of what has helped her get to the level that she is at right now. In saying that, she also talked a lot about her MindShare Mastermind and the impact that mastermind had on her when she attended the mastermind last year in 2023. She will be a guest back here once again in September here in 2024. She had some fantastic things to say about the impact that the event had on her and what she's been able to do with all of that learning, and really why we all need to focus on investing in ourselves. And on episode 296, the one just before this, we spoke with realtor Anya Ettinger about how to do big things with video to grow your real estate business. Now, she has put out a ton of video across her social media channels. She's had videos that have gone completely viral. We're talking millions of views. And so we really spoke to her all about what she's doing to grow her business and how she's going about running her business. And moreover, even with the video content, how does she come up with content and how long does it take to come up with content and the production and the editing and the, getting it out there and the focus on time. So we had some fantastic conversations over these past few weeks. And again, if you didn't catch those episodes, I encourage you, Go over to your favorite podcast platform. Go over to my website, MindShare101.com. Make sure you tune in. There's some awesome, awesome substance there for you. Now, going back to episode 294 with the ORCF for a moment. There was that sip of coffee. You know how it goes. September 12th. I'm going to be joining this awesome group of people at the Ontario Realtors Care Foundation, along with realtors from across the province on the Motorcycle Ride for Charity. We are riding in support of shelter-related causes in our communities in which we live and work. And as we all know, shelter continues to be an ongoing challenge for so many people out there. And as soon as I heard about why this ride was in place, I wanted and I felt that I needed to get involved and be part of it. Now, this year is going to mark our second year on the ride, mine and Jennifer's. And look, my goal, I'm working to raise as much awareness and money as we can over these coming weeks. The ORCF does a lot of fantastic work organizing events to raise money, to raise awareness, and they as well support many of our realtors who host their own events. So together, our industry can continue to give back, like I was saying a moment ago. So I'd like to ask you to please go over to www.realtorscareontario.ca, click on Pledge a Rider, of course, find my name, David Greenspan, and please, I ask you, make a donation. Big or small, any support you can provide, it is going to go a very long way. And again, I sincerely thank you for your support ahead of time. Now, come to think of it, actually, this ride, it's less than a month away. Wow. Man, I don't even know if that's disappointing. How are we already in the middle of August? And why does summer have to be so short? I will say, though, it has been an absolutely amazing summer so far. A ton of time spent up north swimming in the lake, taking boat rides, motorcycle rides, bonfires, playing baseball. And of course, most importantly, hanging with family and friends. But wow, does it ever go by quickly, eh? In fact, it feels like the days go by way too quickly and time just continues to pass. We get so caught up in the daily grind that if we don't make the time to have fun, we'll never have the time. And it's a common theme that I hear from so many people. I just don't have enough time to get it all done. I'm imagining you're probably nodding your head right now feeling the same way. But seriously, didn't we initially get into this business so we could have more time, so we could make more money, so we could pick our own hours, choose who our clients are, and build a life on our own terms, and at the same time, spend more time having fun with our family? See, we know the reality is that this business can often feel like it's a 24/7 grind. And most people are all searching for the real answer about how to truly achieve the freedom and flexibility we all so badly desire. Thing is, achieving freedom and flexibility as a realtor, it's about mastering time management. It's about building a sustainable business model and leveraging technology and resources to reduce your dependency on being constantly on call. So how can we reclaim that freedom and that flexibility? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. In fact, here are 10 considerations for you. Number 1, set clear goals, create boundaries. See, the importance of defining success, right? First things first, what does freedom and flexibility mean to you? I mean, it could be working fewer hours, having the ability to travel more, or simply spending more time with family. See, whatever it is, you need to define it clearly. And this sets the foundation for everything else we want. Establishing boundaries. Once we know what we want, it's crucial to set those boundaries. So part of that is to decide on our working hours and communicate those hours to our clients. This not only helps you maintain a work-life balance, but also prevents burnout. Now, I had a recent conversation with some coaching clients of mine, and of course, we've got our one-to-one coaching system that we work with a ton of people, helping them really achieve their next level of success. And we had a sort of a follow-up call after a recent long weekend. And, just shooting the breeze about, what did you do? How'd the weekend go? What'd you guys get up to? And my client said to me that they had to cancel their vacation. They had to cancel the few days that they were going to take off. And I said, why? What happened? Is everything okay? They said, well, yeah, but we just had this one buyer who just can't decide on what property they want to purchase. And really, it's just been, it's been really pulling at our time. And it's really been taken away from a lot of stuff. I said, so you canceled a vacation for that? They're like, yeah, well, yeah, we've got to help that client get into a property. I said, but why don't you just create these boundaries and say, okay, we're not available on these days. I said, look, and I'm going to tell you right now, I know you want the opportunity. I know you don't want to give up on it, but it's not about giving up on it. It's about making sure that your clients understand when you are around and when you are not around. And it's not about the fact that you don't care. It's not about the fact that you don't want to help them. It's about the fact that there are other things going on. One of those things could be a vacation. Another one of those things could be very much that you're working with other clients, or maybe you're working on your business. See, the thing to remember, if you don't create those boundaries, if you don't define what success looks like, and to me, success will very much look like being able to have the ability to take vacation, to have the ability to go enjoy life and have fun. And if we're constantly work, and we forget about what the actual destination is, then what are we doing all the work for anyways? Now, side note, you could say it's because we got to pay bills, and of course we know bills keep coming, and well, the world keeps getting more expensive. But again, what about fun? What about enjoyment? What about this freedom and flexibility? So understanding about establishing boundaries, it's not about saying to clients you don't care. It's not about not delivering the service. All of that will always be at the forefront. Moreover, it's about you taking control of you and the things that you want to do, what you want to achieve. And if it's a vacation and you've got a difficult client, it's okay to tell them that you are not available. It's okay to let them know that you will get that stuff done shortly. You will be there. You remain there. So again, consideration number one here, and I know we hear this word goals and we roll our eyes and think, here we go again. And I know I say that a lot too. But notice how the consistency of repetition of this message keeps coming. And you know I'm not the only one talking about it. In fact, the best of the best do exactly that. They set clear goals and they establish boundaries. And that is how they have a ton of fun out there. And again, that's step one to achieving your freedom and flexibility. Now, consideration number two, and this really does go hand in hand. Mastering time management. Now, I've often said to people that I don't believe you can actually manage time. And here I am, somebody who loves talking about time and scheduling and mapping. Mapping, again, another one of these processes that we teach our coaching clients on how to actually establish those goals and set those boundaries. But flipping it around, that paradigm shift from mastering time management is really mastering the art of empowering time to manage you. Because you can't manage time, but time can manage you. See, we've only got so many hours in a day, and if we can understand where we're using those hours and what we're doing with those hours and how many hours we're going to spend doing certain things. For example, I guess I'll share this one with you right now. This podcast that's being recorded at this moment has a certain block of time in the schedule. It had to start at a certain time, and it's got to finish at a certain time. I mean, hey, could I sit here on this microphone all day just talking and, talking about anything? Listen, you and me both know I could. And Jen would certainly sit here and go, here we go. But realities are, again, there's got to be a block of time that's put together, because if there's not, then other things do not get done. So it is about mastering the art of empowering time to manage you. Now, this comes down to prioritizing, right? Your tasks that you've got. And focusing on the actions, on those tasks that contribute the most to your business. So, for example, if I go back to the example I mentioned a moment ago about my clients who didn't do the vacation, and we extended the conversation about that of not just the vacation, but also the business actions. Well, if, again, you're running with that one particular client, you're missing out on doing the other actions that are going to help grow your business. For example, making the phone calls you've got to make, doing the prospecting you've got to do, connecting with people, sending out your emails, posting on social media, meeting somebody new, some of the admin you have to do in the background for your clients. I mean, we all know there's a lot to do. But we can't let those fall by the wayside because we got caught up spending way too much time on one particular task or one particular person. So part of the art of, again, empowering time to manage you is within the time in your day. And remember, we're talking about freedom and flexibility here. It's about ensuring that you've actually put down there what it is that needs to be done daily so that you can create more opportunities. Now, another thing I'd add to this is about tracking the source of each deal. Right? If you can look back to every single one of the deals that you've done, and you can truly track the source. Was this somebody I knew? Was this somebody I didn't know? How was I communicating with this person? We can then look and say, well, where's the theme in what is and what isn't working? And when I can see what is working, I can then take that and say, look, those actions that I did to earn that, what we call those daily IPAs, income producing activities, the stuff we have to do daily, non-negotiables, I'm going to plan those into my day every day because I see that they're working. So again, you're going back to each deal. Who were they? Where'd they come from? Let's go do more of that. Now, as we talk about this idea of empowering time to manage you and time blocking, again, what we're doing here is we're allocating specific time slots for different activities. Again, prospecting, client meetings, admin work. By doing this, it helps us stay organized and it ensures that we're always working on the most important tasks that, again, drive our business, that drive our revenue. Not to mention, I just brought up this concept called mapping that we teach our coaching clients. Mapping keeps you accountable. Now, I think I said this recently somewhere. I might have put this in an email or something, but we talked about, accountability partners. And this topic comes up, right? Find an accountability partner. I mean, look, I'm not saying don't find an accountability partner. It's always good to have somebody to bounce something off of and talk to. But I'm going to tell you right now, the best accountability partner you got, and you know it, say it with me, let's go, ready? Is the person you're staring at in the mirror. So how can you keep accountable to your plans? Well, if you use this process called mapping, and again, if you don't know what it is, you're getting lost with it. Like I said, one-to-one coaching system, we've got this for you. We will teach you all of this. Talk to our coaching clients. They'll tell you the same thing. It works. But mapping for accountability now says, well, if I'm doing that, I can now see what I have to do, how long I'm doing it for. Then I can actually track the fact that I did it. I can recognize that, and then I can keep moving. And in doing all of that now, I can look and say, look at how much I accomplished today. I got through those different activities I needed to do today. I can give myself on a pat on the back today. And I can feel good about what I accomplished and know that I'm driving both my business and my life forward. Again, working towards this idea of freedom and flexibility. So again, mastering the art of empowering time to manage you was, again, consideration number 2. Now let's look at number 3, building a strong support team. Who do you have around you that can help you? What is it that you need help with? In fact, an action step I'd give you right now is to make a list of the different things that you do. But break it down like this. Say, what do I hate doing? What am I not really good at doing? And maybe what do I love doing? Now we take the things that you're not good at or that you absolutely hate and we delegate. Look, you don't have to do it all. Consider hiring an assistant or a transaction coordinator to handle the day-to-day tasks. And I'd say more at this point right now, especially if you're a one-person show at this moment. Look for an admin, somebody that can help you, again, multitask. Somebody that can also wear a variety of different hats. What this does is it's going to free up your time to focus on more of those high-impact activities that really drive your business forward. Again, those IPAs we just talked about. So again, delegating. Best thing you can ever do is go and hire an admin. And I say best thing you can do. It's when you're pulling your hair out and you realize you got so much going on and you're thinking, I can't do it all. It's just way too many hats to wear. I'm always running out of time, which is really what this episode's all about. When you can find a support system, when you could create a support system of amazing people, like we've been truly fortunate to build here with MindShare, you now have people that care the same way you do, that want to help you as much as you want to succeed. They want to succeed with you. And again, they're going to help you get to that next place. Now, it's scary, though, because it's like, well, I don't know if I have enough for them to do. Well, like I said, make the list of what you don't like doing and what you hate doing or what you're not good at, and right away you'll know exactly what they can help you with. And the minute that they start helping you with that, you've now freed up time for you to do other things, such as the income-producing activities, and now all of a sudden you're getting more opportunity, and what's happening? You do have the ability to afford this admin. Now, the other thing you can do too, and this is just maybe a secondary side note to it, but it's about, collaborating with other agents, building relationships with fellow agents. That too could provide flexibility. You want to go away on vacation, talk to somebody, right? See if they could cover for you while you're away or while you're busy. This is all about creating a network of support. So make that list and think, who could support me? Where do I need the support? Then go put it into action. See, it's one thing to think about it, it's another thing to do it. Most people want, most people don't do. In this case, when you recognize that it is a need, and you feel like, oh, I really need it, but you've got that fear around, bringing on the cost of it. Like I said, think about the time you're freeing up and the opportunity it gives you to be able to actually go out and do the things you're really good at, which is drive more business. Now you got the ability to afford, and you've been able to build out your support team and create, again, more freedom and flexibility for yourself. Consideration number 4, leveraging technology. Now, I have always said, and will continue to say, that this is a people business. It always has been, and it always will be. However, we are living in the days of the smartphone, in the age of technology, and there are automation tools out there that are available to us. Now, when it comes to saving time, technology can be one of your best friends. Okay, think about it. You got CRM systems, social media schedulers, and we'd have to get deeper into that particular topic so that I could give you rhyme and reasoning as to why yes and why no. But there's a ton of tools out there that can automate, repetitive tasks. And all of that is going to give you more time to focus on what truly matters. And if we do think, CRM, you think about, well, if I put in the notes about all my conversations, the CRM is going to remember them. I don't have to remember them. And if I schedule my next follow-up with those people, the CRM is going to remember when I'm supposed to follow up. I don't have to remember when I follow up. And if I set them up on marketing, the CRM is going to send out the marketing. I don't have to send out the marketing. So now, again, what I'm doing is I'm leveraging technology to build in some automation into my business to help me connect with more people, to build more mindshare. And then I can focus on the, call it, active touch points when it comes to my IPAs, the phone calls, the text, the seeing people. Whereas my CRM, this technology, can focus on sending things out like my newsletter and call reminders and call lists and scheduling. It all takes work. The hardest part about a CRM, it's not which one's the best. The hardest part about CRM, because quite frankly, there's many good ones out there. We always say it's the one that you use, but that's what it is. It's actually making use of it. It's actually going in there and doing the tedious data entry work and setting up somebody on something while you're sitting there just you and your computer and you're thinking, I'm not working right now. I'm not selling right now. No, in fact, you very much are. You are working your business systems. And without these business systems, without this technology, without this automation, think about it. At some point, you're just doing everything. And then you slip up and you don't do it. And then the consistency's not there. And then people don't hear from you as often. And then you feel like you're pulling your hair out of your head like a regular basis. And freedom and flexibility, forget about it. Speaking of tech, we've got virtual communication. Right? Again, if you're at a distance with somebody, and this happened a few years ago where this became more prevalent and quite frankly, a great little tool. And of course, again, if you can get in front of people, with people at all times, it's always better. But leveraging the idea of virtual tours and even online meetings. It's not just a convenience anymore. These are game changers. These speed things up. These allow people to not have to spend all the time traveling. So think about your clients that might be in another town, an hour away, 2 hours away, another city, another country. They're on vacation. The fact that we could connect virtually today, it lets us work from anywhere, and it gives us the freedom to manage our business without being tied to one specific location, one specific office. You want to be on the beach while you're doing your business? It is all very possible. No, maybe you can't go into the house and show it, but this is where we come back to the support system. Can you have somebody go open that door? Can you take a few days to be where you want to be and still have a line of communication with people? Of course you can. But you got to take advantage of the technology available to you. Right, and when we think about, again, leveraging tech, look, keeping your pipeline full, focusing on closing deals and building relationships, there are ways to, again, and we'll leave that for another conversation, but I was having these with some of our coaching clients recently, but it's about, creating lead magnets and having these tools out there, these offers out there that people can jump on if they want to, quite frankly, all while you're sleeping. And when you set that up, you can set up without having to spend a lot of money or even any money at all. You could set up systems that will be able to be out there building MindShare. Again, here, I'll use the ADA principle: attention, interest, desire, and action. Some of your marketing through your social and your emails, it'll drive attention. It will create interest from people where therefore they will have a desire to go take action. And what that really means is if you put something out there that is some sort of offer, and again, we can get into this a lot deeper as we work together. If either we do work together already or you are somebody who is considering coaching with us, this is the type of stuff we get into. I mean, all of this and more. But it's creating that lead magnet, that opportunity to have something that's out there that people want a piece of, which ultimately gives us contact information. We've just generated a new lead. Okay? Then there's the follow-up processes, and again, we put all that stuff in place. But what we're doing here, again, is we're looking at leveraging technology to help create the freedom and flexibility. So there's options out there. And hey, we've only covered 4 things so far. And it could seem like a lot. It could feel overwhelming. But this is, again, how we start to create more opportunity for ourselves as well as more time. Consideration number 5. Focusing on high-quality clients. Now, don't take me out of context here. We're not talking about just luxury real estate, or we're not talking about people that have lots and lots of money or dress really, really well or have big houses and nice cars when we say high quality. When we think client selection, not all clients are created equal. And what we want to do, because we've all been through it, where we are dealing with people we would think, oh my God, man, like, you don't have to be so rude about it. Or why are your expectations like that? Or why do you don't seem considerate? I mean, look, focus on working with people who respect your time and your boundaries. See, by being more selective, you can reduce your stress, you can increase your satisfaction, you can feel better about what you're doing, it'll be more fun, you'll feel like you're building better relationships, you'll feel better respected. Ultimately, when you lay your head down at night, you'll feel happier. You don't have to deal with everybody who inquires with you. Again, if people are disrespectful, they're rude, they're too demanding, they just won't leave you alone, they're inconsiderate. I mean, look, like I said, I know we want to make the money, but like, why? Don't worry about them. Move on. There will be more. Be specific. Be selective. Nothing wrong with it. Think about how much happier you'll be doing your business. How much more you'll enjoy working with these people. How much more TLC, tender love and care you'll give to them. Now, another place we find high-quality clients, well, hey, golden word right here in real estate. Ready? Say it with me. Referrals. Your referral business. See, building a referral-based business is obviously another way to achieve freedom. They require less effort. They require, I guess the same amount of time, but they let you work smarter, right? They let you work smarter, not harder. They're a pipeline who already knows you, likes you, and trusts you. I mean, I could go on about referrals like crazy, obviously. They're just less effort to close. You've probably done business with them in the past, or maybe somebody who you have done business with has referred you to somebody, and there's already this kind of like this idea of who you are and what you do. They're already open to the fact that you can do it. Maybe they're a little less demanding. Maybe you know exactly what their demands would be, and so you're able to deal with them. But again, by building a proper referral business, which really comes back to what does your machine look like? And I mean, that's what I'd call the 10-year plan, another one of these systems we teach our coaching clients. The 10-year plan is, like I just said, referral machine. It's working when you are, but it's also working when you're not. So again, you go to the beach, you go on vacation, you want to take some time off, you want to spend time with family, you're working with other clients. The system continues to work in the background. It continues to build the mindshare, it continues to create new opportunity. So the consideration number 5 of focusing on high-quality clients is it's don't take high quality out of context. Moreover, it's focusing on the right people. The people that you know are going to be more fun to work with. And maybe I use the word fun sparingly, and you can sort of take it and expand on that a little bit. But the right people, well, I guess the right results will happen with the right people. Consideration number 6. Now, this goes beyond. But things like developing passive income streams. We get up, we go to work every day to make money. We've got bills to pay. So the harder we work, we believe we should get bigger return. But sometimes, well, oftentimes, in fact, all the time, we have zero control over the market. And so understanding that we only have so much time, therefore there's only so much we can actually accomplish. It's like, well, what else can I do? Well, think about investments. Now, we've got real estate investments where, you could create passive income there. You could reduce your dependency on your commissions necessarily, whether it's rental properties, it's REITs, or it's some other venture where you're buying a building with people. It's a smart way to build financial security because, again, what it does is it says, hey, I know I'm making money in my business. Instead of just keeping that money and saving it in the bank, I'm going to reinvest it, and I'm going to put it into an asset that's going to continue to drive more income. And now we've got this passive income building in the background while we're out working, whether we're working hard and kicking ass and making lots and lots of money, or the market is just at a standstill and it's just been very, very slow. There are other opportunities to drive revenue. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but I wanted to plant that seed there and ask you, do you have passive income streams set up? And look, this could include stocks. This could include crypto, whether you believe in the whole crypto thing or not. And I will say to you, when I look at my kids, my daughter was 11, my son is 13, and they're online playing video games, and they're buying all sorts of stuff for their video games and whatnot. They're all using digital currency. And I've been asking this question a lot, but if we look at the evolution of time, and I won't go too far back here, but if I say to you, you think about the Walkman, the Discman, then the MP3 player, then all of a sudden the iPod, and all of a sudden the iPhone, and all of a sudden the smartphone, and all of a sudden these apps, and the ability to have everything at our fingertips and access to information immediately. It's all happening digital. Social media, the internet. Well, where do we go next? I believe crypto is going to be one of those things. It's going to take on a next level of life. And so, again, I do, yes, look at it as an investment, a passive income stream, much the same as a stock. Think about what you've got. Think about how much time you put into your business, and think about what you could do to take a little bit of those dollars that you're making and begin to create these passive income streams, which you may already have, and maybe it's about looking at them again. Maybe it's about, trying to optimize them, maybe diversify them. But as we talk about freedom and flexibility, we all know money makes the world go round, and the more of it we got, well, I want to believe, the more freedom and flexibility we can have. Consideration number 7. Build a niche. Build a niche in your community. See, consider focusing on a very particular niche, whether, and I know I mentioned this word a moment ago when we said high quality clients of luxury. This one could be, yes, you focus on luxury homes. Maybe it's like you focus on, I've got a client who's doing a lot of the stuff now with the 3D printed homes. Okay, so eco-friendly properties, or maybe it just comes down simply to specific neighborhood, quote unquote, farming. See, when you become the specialist in that area, in that niche, it allows you to command higher fees because people know that you know. They know you're the best of the best. And if you look at anything out there, any market, any industry, any product, things have different price points. They could be the same products or in the same categories, but one is just that much higher end. I mean, cars, houses, hotels, seats on a plane. You get what I'm saying? So when you become the expert, you could demand a little bit of a higher fee, a little bit of a higher commission. Much the same, just because you're there and people start to learn that you're the best because you're building the right amount of mind share, you'll attract more people. So as we talked about a moment ago, high quality clients, and I really focused in on that idea of like referral business. That's group number one, your contact list. Then there's group number two, and this is where that community niche comes in. So the question becomes, do you have one? Do you focus on a specific niche, or are you kind of all over the place all the time? I would suggest that you think about how you could focus in and be specific. And the simplest one right now would be the area. Maybe even the area you live, which is always the best one because you walk and you could be seen and you could see people and you could talk to people and you could shop at the shops. You get to know people and they get to know you. Again, it's building a lot of positive mind share with a lot of people who don't know you, like you, or trust you yet, but this is our opportunity to generate new opportunities, new leads. Oh, and it didn't cost you anything. Some effort, but we all know it takes effort if you want to win at anything in life. Consideration number 8, and this is going to come down to you. Taking care of you. Maintaining a healthy work-life balance. See, self-care, and in fact, we're going to talk more about that work-life balance in our next episode. I've got an awesome guest coming on. I've known him a ton of time. I think we both almost stepped in the industry at the same time. He's from out west. We're going to talk about work-life balance. But understand that self-care is absolutely imperative. It's key to your success. And yes, I'm going the distance here. Regular exercise, if you meditate or things that you like to do, like hobbies outside of work. This may sound funny, but when I got to mow the lawn, maintain the hot tub, water changes, whatever, I feel calm. I feel calm. I feel like I'm achieving. I feel like I'm taking care of my home. Right? And in a way, this is helpful for even my mental and my physical health. I'm moving, I'm doing, my mind is in a good place. I'm probably, while I'm working away, kind of, in my own head. So I'm actually maybe even a creative space right there. And all of that, because I'm not just solely focused on one thing or work, go to sleep, get up, work. But it makes me, I know that, and I'm suggesting to you, makes you more effective in both your personal and your professional life. Again, when you take care of yourself, you feel better about yourself. This could be going to the gym. This could be eating better. This could be reading books. This could be journaling. In fact, it should be all of it. When you do all of that and you're feeling good, well, then the minute that you're out there front-facing with clients and building new opportunities and the creativity and the energy that you're putting into it, you're going to be better. Much the same, and we've kind of had a little bit of a theme of vacations throughout all this. Of course we would, with freedom and flexibility. But remember to take those breaks, schedule that stuff. See, if you don't schedule it, it won't happen. I think I already said that today. So you've got to remember to schedule regular vacations and regular breaks. Look ahead. So again, we talked right off the top, right? The first thing we said here today was all about setting clear goals and boundaries. So if I look and I say, okay, I know where I want to go, right? I know what I want to achieve. We talked about time. Okay, well, I want to go on 3 vacations this year. This is where I want to go. And as I look at the calendar, this is when I'm going. Well, if I plan ahead, I can actually work towards that. And we all know what happens. And I know you're laughing right now, right? Because it's every time I plan a vacation, I'm about to leave, somebody calls and they need something from me. Beautiful. We know it's going to happen, so plan ahead for it. That's the freedom and flexibility. I know in my schedule I'm leaving. I'm going on that vacation. I also know that when I book it, for some reason, some awesome opportunity is going to come up that's going to make me think, oh my God, I shouldn't be going away. So I'm also going to plan, what am I going to do if that happens? Well, we talked about building a support system. Do you have an admin that can help? Do you have a colleague that can help? Do you have a way that you could communicate virtually with these people? Nobody said you had to stop doing what you're doing. Keep doing it. There's all sorts of ways, and we've talked about a lot of them right now, to ensure that the business will run smoothly whether you're actively working or not. If you don't take care of you, if you don't prioritize you, there's no way you can take care of or prioritize your clients. It just won't happen. Consideration number 9, systems, processes. Corporations do this. They create these SOPs, standard operating procedures, for stuff that's like repetitive, right? Things that happen on a regular. And ultimately, it just makes it easier to delegate and ensure that you're consistent no matter what. For example, we've got a lot of emails that go out. And if you're on our email list, look, if you're not on our email list, I want you to go to my website, mindshow101.com. I want you to download the Ultimate Marketing Bundle. You will get a 31-page ebook from me, and I will get to stay in touch with you. See what I did there? But to me, the idea here becomes this. If you're on our email list, you're probably getting a couple emails from us a week. Okay? If you're one of our coaching clients, you're probably getting one more than a couple. You're probably getting 3 because you're also getting invited to the VIP room for the podcast. But all those emails, there is an SOP. There's a standard operating procedure for how we do that because it's repetitive. The same way the podcast happens weekly. The same way the promotion of the podcast happens weekly. All these little steps are repetitive. They all happen, and they happen consistently. And now what I'm able to do is I'm able to empower some of my teammates to help me with this. Delegate. So I'm not doing it all. Come on, what do I achieve? Freedom and flexibility. Now, in order to get there, checklists will always be your best friend. A lot of what we do now in our SOPs, a lot of that stuff, it's very innate for us because we've been doing it time and time again, and it's become habitual. It's become natural for us. The thinking has eased up, which, by the way, the more you do something, the easier it gets, the less stressful it is, the more you'll do it. So again, the checklists, they help us manage multiple things without feeling overwhelmed, and they ensure that we're not missing anything. This is, again, how we get to where we want to go. We can't just wake up like a chicken with our head cut off, pretend we've got it all under control, and then all of a sudden, a week later, 2 weeks later, go, I forgot to do that. Well, simply put, if you forget to actually go through and send that email this week or this month, that is a missed month. That is a missed opportunity, and we don't want that to happen. Because if our goal is to achieve the freedom and flexibility, then we need to recognize these things need to happen consistently. Systems and processes are crucial. And finally, consideration number 10. Continuing to improve, continuing to adapt, investing in you. That was very much what we talked about with Raisa the other episode. What are you doing to make yourself better? Things are changing always in the industry. What are you doing to stay updated with industry trends? What are you doing to continuously improve your skills? Are you making the time to take care of you, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally? Are you getting together with people? Are you going to the conferences? Are you coming to our mastermind? I mean, if you're not coming to the mastermind, you've heard me been talking about, why? Now, maybe you chose to go to something else, and you know what? If you did and you're investing in you, good. If you're not coming to the mastermind, I'm going to tell you right now, you are missing out. And if you are, get excited because I am super pumped. This is going to be an amazing, amazing event this year. Okay, I'm not going to go on too long about that one, but I'm telling you now, again, you want to have the freedom and flexibility, you got to take care of you. Okay? You've also got to have that support system that you can rely on to ask questions to. Getting feedback from people. When you get feedback from people, and I've always said to people, I said, hey, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? They're like, yeah, it's great. Great. Give me the bad and the ugly. See, I love hearing the good, but if I don't get the bad and the ugly, there is no shot in the world I can get better. And that's what, one of the biggest ways to keep my business running smoothly. And if my business is running smoothly and I've got my personal life running smoothly, what do I get? I get more freedom, and flexibility. So there you have it. I've just given you 10 considerations to think about. And a really quick recap here, really quick: setting clear goals and boundaries, mastering empowering time to manage you, building your support team, leveraging technology, focusing on the high-quality clients. We talked about developing passive income streams, building a community niche, maintaining a healthy work-life balance, creating the SOPs with the systems and processes, and of course, continuing to improve and adapt to changes that are happening. See, all these strategies are going to help you, again, achieve the freedom and flexibility we all crave in this business. From setting boundaries to leveraging technology to building a support team, developing the passive income streams, by implementing all these strategies, you will create the real estate business. You will create a business that provides not only financial success, but also the freedom and flexibility to live life on your own terms. And of course, if you're looking for any help with all of that, that is exactly where our one-to-one coaching system, our performance coaching system, is going to come in for you. We're going to work through every step of the process with you. We're going to keep you accountable so that you achieve the freedom and flexibility you truly desire. You're either listening to this on one of your favorite podcast platforms, or maybe you went to my website, mindshare101.com. While you're there, be sure to check out the details for our upcoming Mindshare Mastermind and download your free copy of the Ultimate Marketing Bundle so you can build more mindshare and earn more market share. For all inquiries, just get in touch with us today. Don't forget to leave a review of this podcast at www.ratethispodcast.com/mindshare101. Again, that's ratethispodcast.com/mindshare101. Connect with me on Facebook and TikTok if we haven't yet at MindShare101, and on Instagram at David Greenspan 101. And of course, once again, we would truly appreciate your support, big or small, as we take a ride for charity on September 12th. Once again, to pledge me as a rider, head on over to www.realtorscareontario.ca. Find my name, big or small, whatever it is. I thank you sincerely in advance for all your support. I also want to say thank you to Kids Keep in Touch Systems, REM Magazine, and the ORCF, the Ontario Realtors Care Foundation, for sponsoring the MindShare podcast. This has been another episode of the MindShare podcast. Thank you for tuning in.